Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. So today's video we're going to be talking about the AFL results which have happened. So we always speak about every week until the finals is over, about like the games that have happened, the results, what I think will happen in the games. So without further ado, like always, let's get straight into this. So pretty much the first game we'll speak about is not a very interesting game between Port Adelaide and the Geelong Cats, which was a very sort of surprising game. You know, you watch it expecting it to be close, expecting Geelong to put up a fight, but all credit to Port Adelaide, they actually looked really, really sharp. They have proven every week why they are on the top of the ladder, and they proved it against Geelong. They were far better. Their disposals were so much more consistent, and the pressure that they put on Geelong was just the best pressure I've seen them put on a team for a long time. And saying that, with Geelong getting all that pressure put on them, they really struggled to move the ball as freely as they normally would. You can also say a big influence in the game was the fact that Tom Hawkins kicked 5 behinds. That's, for me, unfathomable because you thought that he was in red-hot form coming into it. He took 3 to 4 fantastic marks, had the chance to kick a couple, and you think if he kicked the couple, even 3 or 4, he would have put his team in front and they would have been close, and I think they would have won it. So I can really think the efficiency of Geelong was really off. If you look there and you've got 5 goals, 12 behind, that's just not right in a final. So they were very outplayed, and I just think their scoring ability was really off. So Geelong, lucky enough, have a second chance, but they don't really deserve it the way they played. They played, to me, shocking. But credit again to Port Adelaide. They showed why they're the dominant side of this competition this year. They played with class. Charlie Dixon was okay. He wasn't the greatest you'll ever see. I think he had like 1 goal, 6 disposals potentially. But yeah, very, very disappointing game, I thought. I wanted to be a bit closer. You had some funny moments during the game, but I actually live streamed that game. So if you really want to, if you didn't get to watch the game, check it out. I actually live streamed it on, I think it was the Thursday night. So yeah, have a look at the live stream if you really want to see what it was like. And yeah, look, I did it from all game. I'll do another one on the weekend as well, which will be awesome. So the next game we'll talk about, it ended up being Port Adelaide, by 16 points in the end, so not too close. But yeah, back to what I was saying before. To the next game, we're going to go to the Richmond versus Brisbane Lions, which was another game I thought was a bit disappointing. Like, Richmond looked good the whole game. They looked good they looked good to half-time. They really played some good footy to half-time. I think they kicked the last goal in the before the half. And I did a live stream till half-time, but my internet was having trouble, so I ended it early. But if you want to check out that sort of live stream, give it a go because it actually was a really fun game to look at and to watch. As much as it ended up being Brisbane by 15 points, both teams played pretty well. Brisbane were, I think, by far the better team. They used the ball a bit better. They really were not accurate in front of goal. You can see that they kicked 10 goals, 9. But they got the goals that really mattered late in the game. And the Tigers, they did look pretty impressive the first and second quarter. They did look really good, but they just unfortunately dropped off. And I think that, Brisbane Lions saw that and made them pay in the end. So you can say there was a controversial decision, but I don't think there was. You know, there's been some questionable decisions throughout this round, but besides that, I think it was a great round of umpiring as well. I thought the bounces that the umpires were doing were actually really, really good. I watched the Sunday Footy show yesterday, and they thought it was horrible, the bouncing, but I actually thought it was really good. I thought the umpires did a fantastic job this round, but maybe I'm the only one that thinks that, obviously. But yeah, I thought these 2 games there were fantastic games. You've got, Port Adelaide sitting on top, and they've put themselves through to the prelims, and same with Brisbane. And you can say it's teams that you expected to win. Like, Brisbane weren't favourites to win, but I always knew they would. I just think Richmond are good, but they're not as good. So, yeah, but look, 2 ripper games. So just give us a sec. I'll have to quickly scroll down. So it will freeze, but you'll still be able to hear my voice, which will be good. So let's go straight back without mucking around tonight. There we go. We got there, hey? How good. So you can say that these two games were by far the standouts of this round of finals. These two were the closest two games here. So we'll start with the St Kilda and the Bulldogs. Yes, I'm not a Saints fan, but man, I felt like I was. Um, what a great result that was. St Kilda coming into three-quarter time, leading by, I think, 20 points, and the Dogs to bring it back was very, very impressive. I was actually really, really happy watching this game because it was close, it was tight. Teams had their opportunities. Look, Saints looked the dominating side they did. They came out strong, and then they kicked a couple and a couple more. And you could say they almost put the Dogs to bed in that third quarter. But all credit to the Dogs, as I said, they absolutely stunned me by coming back and almost winning it. So the Saints ended up winning it by 3. A couple of late calls people thought were a bit rough, but I don't think so. You thought that it was there. But Saints, I think, have a bit something to worry about, that they've got a couple of injuries, especially to Paddy Ryder. They got, I can't remember his name. We'll come to him in a second. One of their player has to go home because he's having a kid. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see really what happens with St Kilda. But great game to watch. Great result for Saints. I'm kind of happy they're in. They're pushing a little bit further on due to the fact is they hadn't made finals in 9 years, and the Bulldogs made finals last year and got thumped by my team, the Giants. But it's nice to see that the Saints doing a bit better this year and getting through to the finals, a bit higher in the finals and a bit further along. So the big game we're going to speak about next, which really angered me, is the West Coast Eagles and Collingwood game. It angered me a lot because Collingwood won, of course. I don't think anyone wants Collingwood to win unless you're a Collingwood fan. But, man, it was frustrating. The Eagles had chances to put it to bed, put it away. But look at Collingwood's goals and behinds. 12 goals and 4 behinds. That's a really accurate at night. You can say that that's a dominating display. But, I watched the last quarter. I didn't watch all the game. I only watched the last quarter, and yeah, I just feel like West Coast had a passage of play where in that last 40 seconds where they really should have won the game there. They really should have kicked it in long and strong, but instead they went for the stupid handball into the middle that I think cost them. And, the Pies are now moving further on. So, yeah, very disappointing, to be honest, the ending of that game. And then what's the nerve to me of Scott Pendlebury to say, we're apparently dirty here. So, mate, you are. What are you complaining about? Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see the next games. I won't talk about them right now and who's playing who, due to the fact is I've got a next video coming up. It won't be a long one, actually, because, what is it? You've only got, I think, 4 teams that are playing because the 2 other teams are playing in the prelims. So it will be very, very interesting to see what happens in the next weeks, but I'm going to have to speak about in the next video. I'm actually going to make this one short, and I'm going to leave this video here because I've got to make a couple tonight. Well, maybe not tonight. I might make one more tonight, which is my EPL follow-up, which is outstanding. So I cannot wait to get that out there and for you guys to see it. So, as I'll always say, I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. And yeah, I guess I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Please like, subscribe. Let me know what you think of these videos because I'm hoping we're just building a little thing here that I'm enjoying doing. So really appreciate you guys watching. Please take care. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.